I'm CynicalZombie, and we're going off trail. Good afternoon, everybody. I am coming to you this afternoon from the city of Algonquin, Illinois. It is at this location that we are going off trail. This is the Prairie Trail here, heading south. The bridge for the Fox River is right up there. The trail ends less than a mile later, where it picks up as the Fox River Trail. If you were to head north on the Prairie Trail, you could take this all the way up to Wisconsin. Most of my videos are just about specific trails, although there is a lot of riding that I do locally where I do go off trail quite a bit, and I haven't really figured out a way to present that in a video until now. First, let me tell you what off trail is. I basically have 4 different types of videos: regular trail videos, channel updates, trail news, and my top 5 trails video every winter. These off trail videos are going to cover everything else, from something as elaborate as this 25-mile off-trail ride to something as small as a cool place I found off of the Chicago Lakefront Trail. From a big project like my recent Chicago revetment ride to a review of a piece of e-bike gear I bought or a mod that I did. I'll include some content that's more destination-based rather than specific trail-based, like dinner rides. I'm also going to work on a series of starting point videos for my 2 biggest local trails, the Fox River Trail and the Prairie Trail. Now that you understand what off trail is all about, I'm going to show you we are literally going off trail for this one. So on the map here is the Prairie Trail. It's not highlighted because we're not going to actually ride on it. This is the Fox River here, and the Prairie Trail going south here, and eventually turning into the Fox River Trail when you head south. So what we're going to do is go off trail here in Algonquin, and we're going to make our way down here. They have a little ramp system that gets onto Harrison Street right here. And we are going to make our way into Cary, Illinois. Now, previously when I would ride from the Prairie Trail into Cary, I would take the route marked in purple. The trail ends at the X, and then you have to ride a mile on Cary-Algonquin Rd. That road has very little shoulder, and it maxes out at 45 miles per hour, though the traffic is usually going quite a bit faster. The way you could take now uses almost entirely trail, so it's way safer. For this ride, I parked right in here in Town Park. So at this point, we're going to go off trail, hop on Harrison Street, and then make our way to, I guess, what's being called the Illinois Route 31 Bike Path, which is relatively new. But then there's this new section in Cary around Hoffman Park that was, it's pretty recent, within the last year or so, that basically connects the entire Cary area, which then would also include Fox River Grove, because there's a sidewalk that connects Fox River Grove to Cary. So by bike path, basically now, from Cary, you can get through Cary here onto the Route 31 bike path and right onto the Prairie Trail in Algonquin. So the route I designed here is going to be taking the Route 31 bike path. We're going to be cutting through Hoffman Park. There's a series of trails and sidewalks that connects into Cary. We're going to cross Route 14, and there are some neighborhood trails here that I've checked out previously that are pretty nice. You can make yourself a nice loop, and then we're going to make our way back. We're going to go around a different way through Hoffman Park to see more, and we're going to check out Rotary Park. Rotary Park isn't that old. I've only ridden in there once, and when I did, it was shortly after it opened, and the gravel was very, very loose. So I'm hoping to see that the gravel there's more packed in now. So we're going to check out the trails through there, through Rotary Park, and then make our way back right to this location right here. All right, so I'm eager to get going on this off-trail excursion. Let's get started. All right, so let's talk about where we are right here. So this is Algonquin Road, Illinois Route 62. This, just one block over, is Main Street. So the whole downtown area of downtown Algonquin, with all the little shops and stores and restaurants and stuff, is just one block over this way. And they do have a path that'll take you right to it over this way. Now, our plan is to cross Algonquin Road here. We're going to go right past Port Edward. But before we do that, I'm just going to veer off this way to show you the dam here in Algonquin. Here's the Algonquin Dam here, right on the Fox River. Earlier this week, it was getting pretty close to 70 degrees. Unfortunately, all of those days were filled with rain. So finally, when the sun comes out, right now we're in the upper 40s. So we lost a lot of the heat, unfortunately, very firmly in fall currently. Since we were passing right by, I figured I'd stop so you guys can check out Port Edward here in Algonquin. If you've never been to Port Edward, it's an excellent place for seafood, and it's been here a really long time. During the summer, you could pull your boat right up. Looks like it's still set up in fall, as you can see this boat here. Their outdoor seating section is closed currently, but you could definitely eat inside. But it's not uncommon during the summer when a lot of these spots are full. It's a very popular spot to stop at on a boat on the Fox River. One of the reasons why it's so much safer to get to Cary and back than it used to be is when this road was under construction, they put in a bike path here. And rather than go down the hill here towards downtown Algonquin, the bikes could come along here. As you saw, you could go right down Park Street over here. And when you're on Park Street, you could take up the entire lane. And when you turn onto Harrison Street, you could also take up the entire lane and then make your way across Algonquin Road up to the trail, as you saw we just did. So this whole thing right here is relatively new and really, really nice. So here's the new roundabout here where Main Street meets Cary-Algonquin Rd. Cary-Algonquin Rd is this way down here. It's actually, if your goal was to get into the downtown Cary area, it's actually faster to go this way. But you're riding on the road for a couple miles before you can access trail again. So we're just going to take the trailway because I want to show you guys the trailway. So we're right up here. We're going to just keep making our way north. All that traffic noise you can hear is coming from Route 31. So it's at this point where we access the Hoffman Park Bike Path system. They do have trail access right here, parking. Looks like they have a kiosk for info and stuff, but there is currently no info. They also have bike tools over there. Once we're in the Hoffman Park Bike Path system, we have access to Rotary Park here. We're going to check that out on the way back. But basically, we're just going to cut through the park here, make our way to Cary-Algonquin Rd. Last time I was on this, the corn was pretty tall. It's definitely all harvested now. When stopped in this area and you look around, I mean, we could just as easily be in Wisconsin in the middle of nowhere right now. This little sliver of Cary, I never knew Cary had views like this until this trail was put here. All right, so we've made it back to Cary-Algonquin Road here. The trail continues this way. This whole area we just rode through is right around a disc golf course. Very cool. One of the places this ride will take you right past is Cary Dairy. This is actually a destination worth riding the ride for. Cary Dairy is very bike friendly here. They have bike tools, as you could see. They have a variety of outdoor seating here. I'm a big fan of their ice cream. We've made it to Route 14, and I just wanted to point out that you do have some eating and drinking options available pretty close to this intersection. I stopped at the intersection of South Rawsonbridge Road and Newcastle Drive. Right here, we're across the street from the Windridge Memorial Park and Nature Sanctuary. So I had previously ridden a loop inside there. I didn't add it to this map, but I guess I probably should. So I'm just going to pull in, do the little loop around here, and just come right back to where we are before we start finishing up. As always, when given an opportunity, let's take a moment to recognize Old Glory. Definitely not much of a breeze today, but standing proudly nonetheless. POW MIA, not forgotten, never forget. If you wanted to extend this ride a little, you could ride around and explore Lions Park. A couple years ago, I found this little hilly back trail. If you hung a left at this intersection and rode down West Main Street, you'd eventually end up in downtown Cary. There are several places in downtown Cary that are worth checking out. On this particular ride, we are getting a beer at the Tipsy Goat. All right, so I've made it more or less halfway here. We've completed all this side here. All that's left is to go is the green section over here before we get back to Hoffman Park and start backtracking. This area is really quite nice. The elevation in this area is also surprising to me. The first time I rode it, there's definitely good changes in elevation. The downside about this trail is there are areas where it's very loose gravel still, very squishy, even with my fat tires. Hard to get through. As you've seen in the video, I've been staying closer to the side because it's more packed in, especially if we add a little green to your ride. But some areas are packed more than others, though this area right here, as you can see, is pretty loose. All right, this one is the last little side trail that goes off, according to the sign here, the yellow trail. So we're going to go past it, and as soon as we get to the end here, do what we did with the last one and just kind of loop back around, and then we're going to head back towards the Hoffman Park. Right about to turn on the side trail, I just wanted to point out once again, I mean, this is real squishy stuff. When you have elevation changes like this, you definitely shouldn't have gravel this loose. I have no idea why they put gravel here instead of crushed limestone. Crushed limestone would have been much safer. All right, so we are back at the Prairie Trail. Unfortunately, the temperature is dropping quite quickly at this point. So from this location, if you are on the Prairie Trail and you want to go off trail and head into Cary, you definitely have the ability to do that. The vast majority of it is on bike trail, so that is really awesome. That loop around Rotary Park is definitely an option for those with properly equipped bikes. Otherwise, thin-tired bikes are definitely not going to like that, unfortunately. So let me know what you think of this ride in the comments below. If you are familiar with these areas and you have a cool off-trail excursion, definitely let me know where that is. As always, if you enjoy this content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. If you're interested in supporting this channel and helping us get to more trails, please consider a super thanks. And that's all I got today from the Prairie Trail. I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.